All right, Gemini, we're just going to go ahead and jump right into this because this was really interesting to me, the way that this came out. So, wisdom of the oracle, mending, and then the High Lady of love and compassion from hidden realms, reverence, kindness, and consideration. What was interesting here is that mending came out just fine. So for me, I was looking at that going, okay, you're either needing to mend a relationship or somebody is trying to mend things with you. But the way that the High Lady came out, I couldn't tell you if it was ally or challenger because it flew out of the deck and it landed sideways. Now, I did pinpoint a passage in the ally section that I think works for both. But to me, it says that I don't know that some of you may be ready to mend a situation with a person if that is what you're dealing with. But mending showing up is saying that you need to for you now. Mending. Now is the time for mending rifts, healing wounds, and letting go of the old hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now is the time to forgive, to release, to make peace, and to make amends to others. Set yourself free. That's what stuck out to me because of the way that the High Lady came out. Now, what I got from this that I think works for both, it says, love, compassion, and kindness to all must be the impulse behind your thoughts, feelings, and actions when your intention is to create a prosperous and abundant life. Unconditional love will be returned tenfold. It may be hard for you to do, but you have to do this for you now. You know, and it's not one of those things where you need to go out of your way to try to fix a situation. All right, Gemini, here is your overall. The Knight of Swords. Boy. Yeah, never mind love and compassion. We're just going to come straight and direct, right? We'll see how this is playing out. The Knight of Swords, I don't think that you're acting too hasty or being irrational. I don't think that that's it. I think that, you know, for some of you, this is mainly because of the Oracle cards, and I'm just, you know, I'm still amazed at how it came out. This could really be you being pushed to the point here where you need to voice something and that's it, and you're no longer worried about a response. Now, this could also be what is coming at you, though, too. Right? But we'll see. We'll see what's happening here. All right. In the past, the Page of Wands. And again, communication seems to be the big thing. The Page of Wands is the past. Now, this to me is a lot like the Fool, but we're talking about, you know, you taking a new path, not having a lot of experience, but there being enthusiasm and excitement, but it could be based on communication that came through, you know. But then my question is, why is it that we're looking at the Knight of Swords now as the overall? Oh boy. All right. You know, I felt that heaviness, like, man. So in the present, Justice. And I feel like, you know, this is you kind of looking for this now, but you're doing it in a way where you're speaking the truth. Very harsh, very direct, but it's because you're wanting things to be fair and balanced. Let's even out the playing field here, so to speak. You know, I kind of feel like, and I don't know why this is happening with me this week, but I feel like with that page, you know, this could be the person that you're dealing with here, though, too. You know, somebody who is immature. But Justice being in the present moment, that to me is you. And it's not that you need to correct anything. I think that, you know, you're speaking up about the fact that somebody else needs to correct things because what you're dealing with isn't fair. You know, and like I said, I say that because of the Oracle cards and then looking at the Knight of Swords as the overall here. You know, but we'll see. Okay. The Six of Pentacles. That being in future conditions, you know, in the unfairness or the unbalance may be due to money issues, which could be a problem. You know, I mean, absolutely, this could be pointing to court situations for some of you where there may be like a payout or a settlement, things like that. You know, because I see cash flow, right? Now, and it's funny how you have the major and the minor back to back here. This could definitely be about, you know, the equal give and take in a partnership here. And like I said, I feel like you're getting pushed to the point where it's like, you know what, I'm not going to be nice about it anymore. I'm just going to say the truth and just put it all out there, right? But you're only going to get out of a situation what you put into it. So if you react that way, then what is it that you're receiving out of this? You know, or are you tired of giving and not getting anything back when you need it, right? You know, but the whole point of the communication with the Knight of Swords is to get things more fair and more balanced. I mean, like, seriously. But I don't feel like you are the one that's in the wrong, you know, because I keep going back to the way that that card flew out. And like I said, I feel like for a lot of you, can you find it within yourself right now? Some of you may not be able to, you know, depending on the situation and what you have dealt with, you know, it just depends here. But there is a serious need for somebody to correct something here and get things a little bit more, you know, even it out. I'm hearing even it out from heart. Your best path to follow, the Knight of Cups. So, you know, you have every right to speak the truth as it needs to be said. But with the Knight of Cups, I think that, you know, I want to say to you that maybe we need to be a little bit more open to being compassionate. But like, I also feel like there's a part of you that's tired of wearing your heart on your sleeve, you know. And that's one of the things that I love about the Knight of Cups. This is somebody who follows their heart, you know, even if it leads them in a bad direction. Now, you know, it could be that you need to be careful about where your emotions are leading you, you know, but I still feel like there is a need for a little bit of compassion and understanding on your part. But I still don't blame you. Like, I still don't blame you for needing to say it as it is, you know, especially if you're being pushed to that point, you know. And with that Page of Wands, you know, you may be dealing with somebody who's really immature. But this could also be them trying to communicate with you, but you may be seeing it as they're just telling me what I want to hear, but are they actually fixing anything? You know? And the reason why I'm seeing it that way is mainly because of the Knight of Swords. Why is everything so harsh? You know? Okay, in your environment, Temperance, damn, man. You, I feel like in this situation here, have been really like patient and balanced here and trying to keep yourself in check and waiting for somebody to get their shit straight and fix the situation. But like I said, this kind of goes back to the feeling of you being forced to, you know what, I'm just going to come out with it then. You know? Like, I'm tired of playing these games, so to speak. You know? And I want to tell you too, with the Knight of Cups, like, just when you're, you know, like I said, you have every right to say what needs to be said. If you need to speak a truth here and you need to be blunt about it. With the Knight of Cups, though, be careful about doing this based on an emotional response. You know, you don't want to go off the handle because in one moment you may be feeling something and wanting to indulge that feeling, so to speak. You know, and I say that because of Temperance being there. Like, you've been trying, you really have been trying to keep yourself in check and waiting on this person to get their shit straight. Damn, Gemini. The hell? Your hopes and your fears, the Four of Swords. This, to me, is, you know, the fear here that this person that you're dealing with is not going to snap out of it. Okay, so if we're talking about a situation with a person here who is acting very immature, they may be pushing you to a point where you're like, you know what, I've had it, this is this, right? You need to fix this. The Four of Swords, to me, is like looking at it going, are they even going to do anything? Because, you know, the fear there is that there's no action, there's no communication. Now, for you, it's you need a break. You need a break from this. I need this to just be done with. Like, I need to just step back for a minute here and think about things and get some clarity, recovery, and recovering, right? And I don't think that you're worried about being able to bounce back from the situation. Like, if you were to go out of your way to say something in a really harsh and emotional way, like, I don't think that you're worried about not being able to come back from that, because at this point, I don't think it even matters. You know, this may be one of those situations where you just need to forgive and forget and say, you know what, done. I'm done. But can you recover from this, though, too? you know? And then coming out the Tower. One of the things that I talk about when I see the Tower and the Knight of Swords together in a reading, to me, especially with the Knight of Swords being the overall, this is, you know what? Boom, I'm gone. I'm not standing in the rubble. I'm not dealing with the bullshit. I'm out. I'm done. You know, I'll say what I need to say, but I'm done. I'm not sticking around for this. You know, and I don't think that this is some shock to you. I think that, you know, this is something that you're kind of facilitating here based on the fact that things are not equal. You know, because this is like really, really needing to have some fairness and balance here. Big time. Equal give and take. But with the Tower coming out, this, especially with the Knight of Swords, is to me like, you know what, fine, then I'm done, right? Let it come crashing down. I'm done, right? Now, it could be, though, that some of you may be communicating something in a way that may be a little bit shocking to someone else. I don't necessarily feel like it is to you. And it may bring their world crashing down, but they did this, though. That's what I feel like looking at it from your perspective. This is what you did. This is what you deserve. And then the Four of Cups, it just isn't good enough anymore. It's just not good enough anymore. Man, you know, and I'm telling you not to have an emotional response, and here I'm having it. The Hangman, and this is going right back to the feeling of waiting on this person to figure their shit out, waiting on them to fix this. You need to correct this. This isn't right. We need to get this fair, and we need to get this balanced. You know, they may have been playing games, playing around. You may have been really patient, but I think that you break, you know, and not in a bad way, but you break your silence, so to speak. You know, now, having said that, going back to the Four of Swords, we could be looking at that, hoping that you're going to be able to hold your tongue, but I don't think that that's going to happen. No. The Seven of Pentacles, with Justice and Temperance, you've done everything that you possibly can here to try to get the situation back on track. You know, because I see this as somebody who is like really needing to find some balance to keep themselves in check here. But like I said, I feel like you get pushed to this point where, you know, you have to come out and you have to be direct and you have to be harsh with somebody. I'm not giving you any more if you're not going to give me shit back. You know, I've done everything that I possibly can, and what they're giving you isn't good enough. To me, that's just not, it's not seeing what you want. I don't think it's about boredom or apathy. I think that you're dissatisfied and you're disinterested in having anything more to do with this, which is why we're looking at the Tower. You know, damn, Gemini. I don't know who you're dealing with, but man, they mess with the wrong person. That's what I feel like looking at this. And then trust. Wow. And, you know, and that's what I'm talking about, right? Like, you need to do this for you. You really need to let this go and just, you know, it's not that, like I said, you don't need to go out of your way to mend a situation, and you don't need to go out of your way to allow somebody to try to mend things. They're going to have to put in some effort here. And if they're not willing to do it, then, you know, you need to mend things for yourself. Gratitude. With risk, it's a risk to be grateful for, you know, anything involving this situation if things have been unfair. But gratitude is going to put you on a better track, and you need to trust that. And that's basically that. Be grateful for the experience, positive or negative, because you got something from it, right? But you're going to have to take a risk and be grateful even for something small, and trust that, you know, that's going to put you on a better track, you know, in a better spot. And you need to do this for you. Damn, Gemini. You know, and again, right, general message. Like I say all the time, this isn't going to be for everybody. You will know if this is your situation, because I get from you, from your perspective on this, whoever I'm connecting with here, I want this to be over with. I'm done with this. So, you know, you're creating the Tower moment, but this is because this person isn't giving you anything, you know, and you're not going to settle anymore. You've done everything that you possibly can. It's their turn now. And then traveling lightly, simplify your life. And that means getting rid of some shit. I'm telling you, right? in order for things to go smoothly for you, you're going to have to get rid of some things that are weighing you down. And that's basically what that's coming down to, you know, but eventually everything will just be, oh, no problem, right? Like I said, you're not going to be in the rubble here with the Tower. I think it's going to be more of a shock to somebody else. But, you know, really, what did they expect? You know, that's kind of what I get from this. This one's a little bit rough for me, Gemini, but like I said, you're going to have to do this for you. You need to do this for you right now. You know, so you're no longer building, you know, false relationships with people who are not willing to give their part.